Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a new year. I want to make a fresh start. Finely tuned workshop at its finest, and today we are working on Bernard, our track car, the lovely BMW 330Ci manual for the win. We're working on Bernard today. We are doing a few little jobs I want to go over in this video. But yes, as you all have noticed, I've not posted a video for a while. I am still alive. I want to do a fresh update on the V8 series, so restoring and building a V8. Barbara is still alive and she's going strong. That project will continue and I'll cover that in a separate video. But yes, it is a brilliant morning here. We are with our track car and let me flip you around. Main job today is fitting a new, we also put in lots of stickers on this car. We're fitting a new steering wheel, which is an OMP race-inspired Alcantara, a lovely red stripe. Messed around with these clips and then we've got this off now, but it was not easy figuring this out, but we've done it! Yay! And we've definitely raked the holes. We've done some hole raking. Mark's on camera duties, yay. But we've got the airbag out, so airbag module. And we've got these two little, I presume, is one a sensor and one the power? Or, I don't know why we've got two plugs there. The yellow one, I'm guessing that may be the signal wire. But yeah, the next job is to unclip these. And it looks like we've got the battery disconnected, so we should be safe to do that. I don't really know, I've never done any of these in terms of how they're unclipped, but I'm literally just learning on the fly now. That lifts up, and then what do you think, it rotates or lifts off? It lifts off. There you go, you're seeing this live, you're seeing a live idiot thinking as he goes. I'm not sure how many of the YouTube channels are pre-scripted and like they do all the work and then they just film it, but this is very much playing by ear. This one isn't lifting off as well. Or maybe these just lift up. Actually, they might just lift up with your finger. Yeah, they just lift up with your finger. So if you've never done airbag module clips before, on a BMW 330Ci manual for the win, you've got these little clips and they just lift up and then they pull off like that. Now we've got a 16mm bolt and we're gonna try and undo this. Yay! Yeah, we didn't stage that. That was done not knowing whether this was come out or not, but actually the dugga worked. So we have the bolt out. It just looks to have like a integrated flanged washer on it. And hopefully now, we should be able to lift the wheel off. Oh my god! It actually worked. Oh, we've got the clock spring. You can tell I've never done this before. What I should have done actually is unclip these clips first. So you've got some clips here that provide the electronic connections to these switches via the clock spring. So basically what the clock spring does, if you don't know, is when you're turning the wheel it maintains the electrical connection to these switch inputs here, and there is two connectors and I don't know, these just look like they no, maybe they yeah, they push down. You got one out there and two they've unclipped. There's a white one and a black one. Black one's bigger. And now in theory, I don't know if we have, the steering lock is on, so hopefully that should hold its position. And yay, we've taken the steering wheel. This is the first time I've ever done this, so yeah, this is cool. Hello, and you join us back in the finely tuned workshop here with BMW. We are making progress. We are attempting to create a custom wire harness that we've just soldered up. We think we've got all the connections going to the right place, and we've put in a resistor which basically tricks the electrical contacts that will be sent to the airbag module. It just basically means that hopefully we don't get a light on, or if we do get a light on, we can clear that easily, and the resistor is present to make sure that that light doesn't come back on. So if we go and take a look, something to make some progress with getting basically this part, which is the hub adapter, and we need to, the harness we've just made up, so that's now got all the right connections and the resistor that I spoke about, get that through the hub and then plugged into the OEM connector. So we're reusing connectors where possible, and then we've added a fork, I don't know what you'd call this type of it's like a ring terminal, but it's like a fork terminal, just because that will fit with the bolt that we've got to do. And then we've got to do some grounding points, which we've spliced those together. There's 2 grounds that then come into that and should make good contact to this, which should act as a ground. And then the resistor we frigged together. We needed the 3 ohm, we actually used 2 6 ohms in parallel, chunky because we got some high wattage ones, but we won't need that, but that should do the job. And then that all feeds through and then should come to these contacts, which give us horn ability. So we've got 2 spades on there, nicely soldered in, and that goes to the horn. So fingers crossed, when all of this is connected and packaged in there, should give us a horn and no airbag light. We'll come back soon when we've got further. Now we want to test it. Oh, there's a screwdriver that just flew in through the boot, and we're gonna test our connections. So that means reconnecting the battery terminal, which is just down here in the boot. So I'm reconnecting, Mark.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh yes, we have power. There was some sparking there, and Mark said I might have to do this up.
The other bit. You need the other bit.
Damn it! Need to put the socket on. This is the challenges of YouTube, trying to film and do things at the same time. I haven't even got to that point of being able to do things one-handed yet, but that works. Then I need to do this up so that we've got contact, so we can actually, the power, you see the lights just come back on, so that now should mean that the contact resistance isn't high, so we've got continuity. And then if we come round, Mark is going to hold this bit, we need to hold to ground. So if we hold that to ground, do we get an airbag light? Apparently the horn is always on. And we have airbag lights. So basically that's gone horrendously wrong. So now we need to figure out what we've done wrong and come back. Oh, we're back on it.
You started?
Yeah.
No, stop it and don't erase that. Because I'll put the thing in so you have to hold your arm.
That's alright. This is good content. Look, we're using this box down here to wedge the door open because it's on a wonk and it automatically shuts with gravity. I don't know why I went brummy there, but basically we've figured out, so for anyone, because we've searched YouTube and we found that there's no real decent videos with explaining this Bmw E46 wiring, and we've worked out that these 2 connections, these 2 here, brown and was it brown and black?
Yeah, I think so.
When you touch those together, that's for the horn, and then all of this is airbag. So we were wrong in the earlier. People feel free to correct in the comments, but Mark was wrong about the horn connection on the airbag itself. We've realised that these are all airbag connections, and it makes sense that one is for a signal to check that everything's okay with the airbag, and one actually detonates it. We're still slightly confused which set to put the resistor between, so guess what, we did both, and we have an airbag light on at the moment, which Mark will demonstrate. So when we turn the car on, we're looking at this bit here, so we have airbag light. Now what we can't figure out is when we connect a resistor between these 2 connections, which we've got, and a 3 ohm resistor between these. So that's 3 ohm, this is 3 ohm, and we cycle it through this code checker so we can clear codes with this. This is a BMW specific reader. Can we get it to get rid of this light?
I'm reading the code. It says airbag driver stage 2.
Okay.
I'm going to clear it.
We now have a flashing.
It still says airbag driver stage 2.
The airbag light now is flashing.
So I'm going to clear it again.
Question is that a good thing or is it a bad thing?
I've got no fault code now.
No faults?
No faults.
But airbag light is still flashing.
Good to start. So recycle the power.
That seems like a good idea to me. Yep. Key back in. Ignition on. Yay! The airbag light's gone out. Hey! So we've made progress, but now we have 2 resistors between 2 different sets of wires for the airbag, and the question is, we don't know what's fixing that light going out. So we've made progress, but we don't know which set of wires to connect this 3 ohm resistor between.
Okay, well let's neaten this up and then join the viewers later.
Okay. Ciao for now. Welcome back, guys. We have now modified the harness, and in the end we decided that we got the airbag light to clear with the resistor in 2 positions. So we've got 2 resistors across both sets of airbag leads. So we've got 4 and then 2 going to one resistor and 2 going to the other resistor. In reality, we think that maybe one of these sets of wires, so in our car we've got a grey and a black one, and then a brown and a black, brown and a grey one going to one resistor, and then we've got a yellow and a brown and a yellow and a black going to another. We think that maybe to fool the LED airbag light we only need one of these resistors, and then maybe the other set of wires shorting, but we couldn't be bothered to figure out which one was which. So if you're doing this, 2 resistors between each of these sets of wires actually works. For us it's good enough, and that's what we're going to go with. We reckon we can package all of this hopefully in there. There's a cat. That's Jasper the cat. And yeah, so we're going to plug this in now, and we've got another harness out of this connector just going to 2 spade terminals. That just literally, if you touch these together, they make the horn go on and off, and we've got a horn switch on the new steering wheel for that. So we're going to go ahead now, and Mark, are we ready to plug this in? We can plug that in, or put that through there first? Yeah. So Mark's just threading that harness through an adapter hub for the new wheel. So we've got the wires through, and then that connects into the top like so. That's a nice click sound. And then we have some reference positions that Mark's pointing to that we need to line up on the clock spring, because there's some holes in or cavities made in the adapter hub that I presume need to go over various parts. It is quite a tight fit, but getting this lined up is going to be key. You might want to come. Is it lined up? So we reckon we've got that lined up. Yep. So just plugging in the code reader. Code reader plugged in. Ignition on. You can see the airbag lights come on.
Say stage 2, please. Stage 2 on the ignition. Oh,
right. Oh, the airbag light's not on.
Okay, we are good.
So we're all good.
Yeah.
And yay! The horn works. Yeah. Hello, you join us again. So After messing around, you will have seen us fix the harness, and we've explained that we've got everything working, so there's no airbag light, and the horn works now through these connections. Now it's time to get the Chinese hub on. So yeah, what would you say if someone wants to do this themselves, never worked on cars before, let's say they may have never soldered,
Ooh.
and they're not aware of different coloured heat shrink?
If those things had happened and there was somebody out there who wants to take on this challenge, this is a solid 8 out of 10.
8? Oh, he's gone quite punchy there. Yeah, if they've never done it, I kind of sympathise with that, because if they've never done anything before, what would you say their modification history is? Applying a sticker?
Yes, and maybe some new alloys.
Oh, alloys. So you're saying they may have taken a wheel off?
Yes.
So I'm hoping, like, I don't want, like...
But not a steering wheel.
We have wheel, yeah, and it all seems solid. Now for the final bit. So how's it going, guys? We've got the wheel now all secured, so all of these 6 lovely bolts are all nipped up. Not, like I say, not mega tight. They don't need to be really tight, and because they're small Allens, they potentially run the risk of, you know, rounding anyway, so you wouldn't want to do that. And we've got this little double-sided sticker, so I'm going to peel this back and put that over there, and then we have this nice shiny OMP decal that will stick to that and do the finishing touches to the wheel. So get this lined up and in the center. I think this just slots in, and that's pretty much there. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then that's the horn, and then that is, push that down, so it just making good contact and adhesion. I think that's all good. Perfect.
Right, does it start? Does the
Does it
steering
start?
wheel move?
Let's go for ignition. Does the airbag light come back on? No. No airbag light, which is good. Can we start up?
Where's the gear?
In gear? No, it's in neutral. Yay! We have a steering wheel.
We have a horn.
Great success. No, that's a good job. It was a little bit difficult than we thought it would be, but on the whole, yeah, for a novice, 8 out of 10. For someone who's worked on cars before, probably like a 3 or a 4 out of 10, so not too difficult. Highly recommend. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.